Hello guys, so welcome to KO tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have completed the texturing part over here for this exterior over here. So now we can just start up with the lighting part. So for example, if you're going to show some daylighting over here, you can definitely go with one option, that is your V-Ray sun. So you can use a V-Ray sun over here for your exterior lighting part over here. So how we'll be going through over here is like, first let's just take all of this over here. If you want, we can just duplicate this. We can slightly just place it over here. So if you want to go with the V-Ray sun part, we can go with that's your physical light over here. How we can do over here is like, let's go into this V-Ray. Let's take a V-Ray sun. After you take a V-Ray sun, if you want an environmental map, which is there automatically in a V-Ray sky, if you want an environmental map, you can take it. If you don't want, you can just say no over here. If you want, you can just say yes over here. So yes, and after that we can just change the color of this over here. And after doing that, I can slightly push this over here. I can go into the modifier and I'll increase its photon emit radius, and I'll reduce its size intensity multiplier to 0.3 over here. After that is done over here, you can also add some more lights. We can just set up some of the camera angles over here. If you want, you can just set up some camera angles, and just if you try to render it, see how it looks. So it's so high, the intensity is very high. Still you can just select this and 0.05. I can set the intensity of the light to 0.05, and let's render it again. Still the intensity is very high. So right now we have just used some physical lights over here. That's your V-Ray sun over here, I'm sorry. Let's go into this 0.02. Let's go into this. Let's put one more V-Ray light over here. We can just set up one more V-Ray light over here in this way. So in whatever axis you want, you can slightly push this light over here, go into this. We can change the intensity multiplier, and let's go down, double-sided, invisible. We can keep this over here in this way. This looks much better, but for this, the color we can slightly push towards white over here. That would look much better over here. And let's just render and see how it looks like. So we are using over here a V-Ray sun with one V-Ray light over here. If you have some interior lights, you can use the interior lights over here also, if it is must required. So I'll just go over here. I can off this cast shadows. I can just mirror this, copy this over here, and I'll slightly reduce its intensity of the light over here. I'll slightly push it inside, and if you go into rendering environment, and if you want to remove this, you can just remove it, and if you render it, you can see how it would look like. Alright, much better. So let's again go into rendering, render setup. We can still reduce its intensity. If you want some reflections in this, alright. So let's go into rendering, render setup, and let's make some changes over here. Let's go down. You can make it as adaptive environment. If you want to activate this GI environment, you can activate the GI environment. If you don't want, you can off that, not a problem. So make it to the full size over here. Let's again go into Vray, GI, and if you want some GI environment to be of a bluish color, you can just go with that. We'll go with the area for the filter. Your color mapping, we can keep it as Reinhardt. Okay. GI, enable this. Irradiance map, light cache, and we can make this custom over here. I'm making it 150/60 over here. Light cache, we can go with 700. Again, go into Vray over here. Your subdivisions, you can keep it to 16 over here, and go up over here. Your noise 0.001 over here. Bucket width, that is, I think, perfect over here. We can keep it to 32 over here. Alright, so we can just set up some of our angle over here, and let's just try to render and see how it looks like. So it looks much better now. So if you want to reduce this reflection, you can reduce this reflection, and also you can just select this light, and we can just increase its intensity of this particular light, so that would look much better over here. Let's see. You can decrease the intensities anytime. So let it render. Okay. So we are just rendering it. Okay, one more thing. You can put something in the environment map. So you can go into the rendering environment, and if you try to go with some bluish tint, and let's render and see how it looks like. Alright, that looks also better. I think we can just reduce some lights over here. So for that, I'll just select this light 0.01, and if you want to reduce the reflectivity, okay, this is Alright. Let's see how it looks like. So guys, if you have any doubts, please write it in the comment section over here. I'll definitely put this final render, not a final render, but a rendered output. So please like and subscribe my channel. So thanks for watching this tutorial.